much there. Even in my own personal study, I don't even cover half of what I get to preach on Sunday morning about David and Solomon compared to what I learned on my own study during the week, just going through David and Solomon's lives and everything that's going on, everything that's happening at that point in time. So, go to Esther chapter 2. We'll start there. We're going to be in 1 Kings. Go to Esther chapter 2 first. We're going to talk about Solomon and a lot of choices he made, and hopefully I'll get done with what I want to get through this morning. Esther chapter 2, look at verse 7. I'm only reading 2 verses here in Esther. We're going to go 1 Kings chapter 3. Are you ready? Esther chapter 2, verse 7. And he brought up Hadashai, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful, whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter. Now, this is Esther here, okay? Now, Mordecai was a teacher in the Jews. Okay? He would be also one of the ones God used to teach those magi that showed up in Luke chapter 2, okay? Or Matthew chapter 2, about the wise men coming, the magi coming, there were the Persians. Mordecai would have been one like Daniel, who would have been taught them all those years. Matt, come over here. Taught them all those years. And so he knew, Mordecai was one who knew the law very well. He was not ignorant of any of that stuff. And just like with Daniel, Daniel was brought up and knew the law very well. The whole Daniel diet, you can do whatever you want to with it, is stupid. The whole theory that the Daniel diet they come up with is stupid. Daniel ate meat. Coming and going. The Jews, the Passover, all the sacrifices, all the Levites ate meat. They ate a portion of many of those, most of those sacrifices. The Levites got to eat. The Levites were big barbecuers. They were good rednecks. They did a lot of slaughtering. They were good with a knife, and they had a lot of barbecue. They ate meat. Daniel didn't eat of the king's meat because it had been offered to idols. Okay? And that was against the law of God, and Daniel would not do that. Daniel ate meat later because he observed Passover many times in his life. Okay? So that theory is blown out. Now, with Esther, Esther was very pretty. She was a knockout. Here's the thing. Of the young ladies chosen out of the entire empire, she was one of the ones that got picked to be potential bride to Ahasuerus, to be the queen. Right? She was a knockout. She was pretty, no doubt about it. It's like Sarah. Sarah had Pharaohs wanting to marry her when she was old. There is nothing wrong with being pretty. God made women pretty. Okay? He made them beautiful. And there is nothing to be ashamed of that. There's no point in no point looking down upon that. There's no point in going, and being ashamed of it. There's no point if somebody tells you you're pretty, you're beautiful, you say thank you, praise Jesus, and go on. Okay? You don't let it go to your head and be stupid about it. It's like with anything else in our lives. But women were created beautiful. Esther was a knockout. Now here, verse 13, real quick. All right, this has got to do with Solomon, so stay with me. Then thus came every maiden unto the king. Whatsoever she desired was given. Oh, sorry, but look at the verse. I jumped back. Go to verse 12. Back up. Now when every maid's turn was come to go into King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months. This is a year, in case you can't add. Okay? 12 months, according to the manner of the women. For so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, or that means to know, 6 months with oil or of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the women. Then thus came every maiden unto the king. Whatsoever she desired was given her to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house. There. You go back and study, you come back to me. Okay? There was 1 year of beauty treatment she went through. If you want to go have a beauty treatment, go get her done. If you want to get together and get with other ladies, have your hair done, or have the mud bath, and have the mud facials, and have the green stuff all over your face, and all that stuff before it goes. That's all fine. There is nothing really wrong with that. All that stuff come from most of that stuff. You go back and study. The Persians were big on all that. All those cultures over there. I commend even the Indians, the actual Indians in India. Yeah, Brother Rufus and his daughters were here. They're all dressed. They all in bright colors. They all dressed up, look pretty. I mean, they were all dressed up nice, like good, godly young ladies. They were all dressed up in their culture. Go do all that. Be a girl. Okay? There's nothing wrong with those things. Right? For a year, there was a beauty process. We call them rednecks. We call them spa treatments, facials, their skin. They did all that stuff with their skin to be able to go before the king. They had perfume. They plucked their eyebrows. Okay, I know I've got very expressive eyebrows. I have to actually trim all this. I would look like the kids know. I look like the wolf man if I didn't shave all this growth. Okay? And so, lady, pluck your eyebrows. That's fine. Okay? All that stuff's where to go. Painting. They did all the painting. Yeah, the painting. Yeah, they wore makeup. They had fingernail polish. They had toenail polish. They wore makeup. Go back and study all that out. It's fine. They did all that. Esther went through all that. And nowhere will you find in this book right here where Mordecai told Esther, oh, don't do the way of the Persians. Right. Because Mordecai knew it wasn't sin. Right. Okay? It's got to do with Solomon. It's important. For girls and boys. Listen, you can wear makeup when you get older. You get old enough to do that. You wear makeup. You can color your hair. I'm not. It's too much work. I'll wear a hat. Okay? You can color your hair. You can pluck your eyebrows. You can get mud baths. You can sit there and let your people put lemons on your eyes and all that. Whatever you want to do as far as all that goes, then it's fine. There's nothing in God's word that condemns any of that. Go be a lady. Go be a girl. That's fine. There's no laws against that. Okay? But those things are not the most important things. Right. Okay? Right? Okay? Those things are not the most important things. There are men out here who are men. Okay? Joab, Abner, a lot of them, but they did not do all things right. There's some world strong men out here that you wouldn't want to challenge. You wouldn't want to get out in the front yard with. And act like men as far as worldly sins goes. And that's important. But that's still not the most important thing. Right? It's the inward man that matters the most. Okay? You can be a man and be the world's strongest man and still go to hell. You can be a beautiful woman outwardly, which is fine, but you can still go to hell. Because the outward thing is not the most important. That does not mean they are not important. They're not the most important. Okay, now, go to 1 Kings chapter 3. Our culture today is as y'all know, is insane. I got to go shopping with my little granny and my paw here a few weeks ago. And my little granny always wore high heels. Okay. My granny broke her, I'll pick on her. My granny broke her ankle a few weeks before my graduation and walked into my graduation without a walker, without a cane, and walking on high heels. Because she was bent on being at my graduation dressed. Okay? Her sisters all grew up. They all dressed. I know them all my entire life. They all wore high heels, all wore makeup. All that's good. All that's fine. Okay? You take the flip side of that, you got our culture today. And I can pick on just anybody. You just reply, let it fly, but don't let it go over. Our culture today, I can go to Walmart up there, and you got young ladies running through in their pajamas, or you got them running through in stuff that don't cover absolutely nothing. Right. It's not the high heels or the makeup that makes the woman, and it's not the lack of that makes the woman. It's the heart. Okay? And how is the heart? The mouth's going to speak. And you're going to dress in such a way as a child of God, as a Christian. The world's going to know, like, okay, there is a way to dress. There is a way to behave. There is a way to act as a child of God. Okay? That's all part of it. You can wear high heels. You can wear makeup. You can color your hair if you want to. Blues and pinks is a little weird, but you can color your hair. There is no laws against such things. But we should look different than the rest of the world. We're the children of God. Okay? You can do all those things. Like men, you can wear suits. You can bench press 500 pounds. You can do all those things. That's good. You can be a man. You can talk like a man. You can be rough like a man. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the inward man. Right. It's important, but it's not the most important. Okay. Now here, 1 Kings, chapter 3, verse 1. We're talking about Solomon. Solomon just now, he got to be king. Okay? And Solomon made affinity. Now, what does that mean? An alliance. A treaty. Remember, he's king, so he makes a treaty. An alliance. Okay? With Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter, and brought her into the city